Hi students, welcome to this channel. Today we are going to study a topic of polynomials chapter, that is of class 10 mathematics. In this video we will study relationship between zeros and coefficients of the polynomial, right? So we will assume one polynomial that might be ax square plus bx plus c, right? And then we'll study how we can relate zeros with the coefficients. So in short, this is a new method. So let us quickly start. The main statement starts with this point: if alpha and beta are the zeros of the polynomial ax square plus bx plus c, and the condition here is very small condition, and it is very obvious that a, that is the coefficient of x square, must not be 0, then only it will be a quadratic polynomial. Then sum of zeros, remember there are two important words in this topic, that is sum of zeros and product of zeros, right? We will have an exercise in which we are going to solve numericals like this. So if alpha and beta are zeros of the polynomial ax square plus bx plus c, and in that a is not equals to 0, then sum of zeros. Now which one were the zeros? Alpha and beta. So sum of zeros alpha plus beta will be minus b by a, right? So if you want to find out sum of zeros, you will only have to take care of the coefficient, right? That is minus b by a. Now below I have written what exactly is minus b and what is a. So from the polynomial, what is b? It is the coefficient of the term x, right? And negative we are putting in front, right? So minus of b is minus of coefficient of x. A is the coefficient of x square, right? Over here you can see. So if you want to find out the sum of zeros, you just have to do minus b by a. Clear? Next is product of zeros. Now if you want to find out the product of zeros, what you have to do? You have to do alpha into beta, right? You have to find out alpha, then beta, these are the roots or zeros, and then you have to find out the product. But if we want to find out the product just by the basis of coefficient, what we'll put? We'll put c by a. So what is alpha into beta? That is c by a. Now what is c? C is the constant term that is in the polynomial, right? This is the last term which do not contain any variable, so that is constant term. So just put constant term upon a, that was the coefficient of x square, right? So sum of zeros is minus b by a, product of zeros c by a. Another important point that we are going to study today is that a quadratic polynomial with zeros alpha and beta is given by k, that is a constant that is written outside the bracket, right? Right now we'll be focusing on the bracket, inside the bracket, right? So a quadratic polynomial with zeros alpha and beta is written or given or represented by x square minus, in the bracket, alpha plus beta, that is sum of zeros into x plus alpha into beta, right? So polynomial can be represented in shortcut by just using sum and product of zeros, right? So first term of that polynomial is x square, middle term with x will be the sum of zeros, and the last term will be the product of zeros. So this method will be very helpful when sum and product of zeros are given, and then you have to find out what is the exact polynomial, right? So questions like this can come in the exam, and we have these kind of questions in exercise as well, where sum and product of zeros are given, and then we are finding what exactly is that polynomial. So let us quickly start the exercise and let us see today's two main topics that we have studied till now, how it is applicable in solving the numericals. Now let us start exercise 2.2. In that we have question 1. In that 6 different polynomials are given, and we need to find out the relation or find out the zeros first of all, and then we have to verify the relation of zeros and coefficient that just now we have studied, right? For our convenience, we have given a hint box where we are verifying this relation alpha plus beta minus b by a, alpha into beta c by a. So this are we verifying, so I have given it in terms of hint. Now polynomial first question is given x square minus 2x minus 8. To solve these question, we have given you few steps, right? So first you have to factorize, then after factorization you will get alpha and beta. Comparing the factors with 0, you will get alpha and beta, and then the third and the last step, use this relation to verify what we are solving, right? So let us start with the verification process. Now in 9th standard and also in 8th standard, you have learned how to factorize any polynomial, right? So quickly in detail I'll be doing the question number 1 so that you get the method in detail how you are doing it, and then we will quickly solve the other questions as well. In this video we will be solving each and every question, right? So let us move forward with the factorization process, right? Now how you will do factorization? You have to multiply the coefficients and the constant term. Right now x square is not having any coefficient, so it is called 1. Then last term is minus 8. So you have to multiply these two values. So that is minus 8 into 1 is minus 8, right? Now you have to find out the factors of minus 8 such that their addition is minus 2, right? So minus 8 factors I am writing minus 4 and 2, right? Minus 4 to the minus 8. So multiplication gives you minus 8 and addition subtraction will give you minus 2, right? So now this method is also called splitting the middle term. So ultimately what we are doing splitting of middle term. So now I am moving forward. Only middle term is to be splitted. Minus 2x is to be splitted into minus 4x into plus 2x, and last term, first and last term will remain the same. So now we have splitted the middle term. Make pair of 2 and then take common. So it is x common. So in the first term we have x square, so x out, x remaining. Over here in the second term x is gone, so only minus 4. Moving on to the next pair, 2x minus 8, so plus 2 is common and we have x minus 4 over here, right? Now brackets are common, so write the bracket first of all, and then whatever left will be included in the next bracket, x plus 2. So right now we have these factors, right? Next what we will do is to compare each factors with zeros, right? And finding the value of x. Minus 4 will come over here, it will become plus 4. So here we have got our first 0, let us call it as alpha. Moving on to this part, minus plus 2 goes over here, comes in the right hand side, becomes x equals to minus 2. So here we have another root, let us call it as beta, right? Now what we'll do, first of all we'll add and find the product as it is, right? So alpha is 4 and beta is minus 2. Now let us add both. What is alpha plus beta? It is 4 minus 2, right? 4 plus minus 2 becomes 4 minus 2, so that is 2. So alpha plus beta is 2. What is alpha into beta? So 4 into minus 2 becomes minus 8. So let us name this as equation 1, this as 2. Now let us go with the hint box. Let us verify whether by this relation also polynomials, the zeros addition is 2 and product is -8 or not. So let us go for that. Alpha plus beta equals to minus b by a, and alpha into beta equals to c by a. Now let us first of all clarify what is a, b and c from the equation, right? So x square's coefficient is 1, so here we have written a1, x coefficient is -2, and the constant term is -8. So a, b and c we have clarified. Now just put in the relation minus of b, so that is minus of -2 upon a is 1, so final answer is 2. Over here c by a is -8 upon 1, ultimately it is -1. So you can see, let us name it as 3 and 4, right? So over here if you see, we have added just as it is and the answer came 2, and then we have used the relation and the answer is also coming 2, so it is verified. Over here we have added just the roots and alpha into beta we got -8, and over here we used the relation and answer we got -8. Hence we can say that the relation is verified, hence proved or verified. So this is how you will be solving these kind of numericals. Let us move forward to the next question. Now here we have another question. Moving on to the next question, that is 4s square minus 4s plus 1. So here the variable is s, so a will be 4, b will be -4 and c will be +1. We have initially decided what is a, b and c. Now let us go for the first step, that is factorization. So here 4 into 1, we are factorizing 4 into 1 and we have to split it like what we want. We want the answer as -4, right? So which are those two numbers which on multiplying get +4 and adding get -4? So that is -2 into -2. You can check minus minus plus 2 2s are 4, and -2 and -2 will add up to -4, right? So let us split the middle term, that is 4s square minus 2s minus 2s plus 1, right? So make the pair of 2 2. What is common in first two? 4s square and 2s. So I think this 2s is common. So in the bracket what we'll have, 2 2s are 4. In the first term we'll have 2, and out of s square we have got s out, so inside we have got s remaining, minus all whole term is outside, so we'll write only 1. Over here you see -2s plus 1, nothing common, right? But in bracket what do we need? We need 2s minus 1. So only we need to change the sign, and to change the sign we have to take minus common, right? So that is the trick. If you take minus common, -1 common, it will be 2s minus 1, right? So which bracket is common? 2s minus 1. Writing the common bracket first and writing the other one, that is 2s minus 1, right? Now for finding alpha and beta we need to convert it into the roots, right? So you just have to compare it with 0, taking -1 on this side, it will become +1, s will become 1 by 2. So that is our alpha. The next one again, that will be all same, 2s equals to 1, s equals to 1 by 2. Again this will be our beta, right? Now so we have got alpha and beta. Let us add and make the product as it is. So for that we just have to pick alpha and beta and we have to add and find the product. So what is alpha plus beta? That is 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2, right? and using common sense we can know that what is half and half, that is 1. Alright, also you can do like this, take 2 as LCM, right? 1 plus 1, so that is 2 by 2, the answer is 1. So I believe that we must take shortcuts to save the time. What is alpha into beta? So that is 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, and that is 1 ones are 1, 2 twos are 4, right? So as it is, we have got the answer, alpha and alpha plus beta and alpha into beta. Now let us use the relation, right? So using relation, alpha plus beta is minus b by a. What is b? B is minus 4. Putting minus of the rule and value of b. A is 4. What is minus into minus? Plus 4 upon 4. So the final answer is 1. You can check. Using relation we got 1, and as it is, what if we are doing addition, we also are getting 1. So it is verified. Now alpha into beta is c by a, and that is, what is c? C is 1. Putting 1 over here and a as 4, we are getting alpha into beta as 1 by 4, right? This also is verified, as you can see over here. As it is, if you multiply, you are getting 1 by 4, and if you are using relation, it is 1 by 4. So it is, we can write hence verified. Now the third question is 6x square minus 7x minus 3. Let us decide what is a, b and c. A is 6, b is minus 7, c is minus 3, right? So let us start with the first step, that is factorization, splitting the middle term. So here I have split 6 into minus 3, that is minus 18, into two parts such that we get minus 7. See, 18, 9 2s are 18. For minus 18 we have to put minus in out of these two, but the final answer we have to get is minus 7, right? So the bigger number will be in minus. I hope you all know this as you have practiced factorization. Let us go for splitting 6x square. First we are writing minus 9x, then let us write plus 2x minus 3 repeated, right? So now let us take common from first to last two. 6 and 9 comes in 3 table, right? So we take 3x common. 3 2s are 6 and 2x is there, here 1x is there, so x will be inside. Minus 3 3s are 9, x is already outside. In the last two terms nothing is common, so write plus 1 and repeat the bracket. You can find that we have common brackets. So write that common bracket first, 2x minus 3. Whatever is remaining will be there in the next bracket, right? For finding step 2, for finding alpha and beta, we will have to compare it with 0. So 3x plus 1 is compared with 0. Let us quickly find out what is alpha and beta. So 2x minus 3 will come on this side. 2x equals to 3, x equals to 3 by 2. That is our alpha. Over here 3x plus 1 will go on this side, becomes minus 1, x equals to minus 1 by 3. So this is our beta. Now every time you won't get easy alpha and beta, so that you can easily add and subtract, right? For some times you are getting some tough questions like this, right? So let us go for addition and finding the product. So alpha plus beta, here you have to do some simplification. So 3 by 2 plus minus 1 by 3. You take LCM 2 and 3. LCM of 2 and 3 is 6. For that we have to multiply 2 with 3 and 3 with 2. Now let us see what we have got. 3 2s are 6, 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9, minus 1 into 2 is minus 2. So final answer is 9 minus 2, that is 7 upon 6, right? Next step, alpha into beta, that is 3 by 2 into minus 1 by 3. We can cancel 3 and 3, 3 ones are 3, right? So the only answer left is minus 1 upon 2, right? Next, let us go for the relation. Alpha plus beta equals to minus b by a, that is minus of b. What is b? Minus 7. A is 6. So this is 7 upon 6. Alpha into beta, that is c by a. What is c? C was minus 3 upon a was 6. Now here you will tell that minus 3 by 6 is something different than minus 1 by 2. No, it is not like this. You can always cancel. Minus 3 ones are minus 3 into minus 2, right? So 3 2s are 6, minus into 1 2. You can see we have verified this question as well, hence verified. Our next question, that is question number 4, is 4u square plus 8u. We don't have any constant term, so can we write this as 0, right? So why I'm writing this as 0? Because we need to confirm what is a, b and c. 4 is a, plus 8 is b, and 0 is c. Now we only have two terms, that is 4u square plus 8u. So we can take common and find out what is alpha and beta easily. We don't have to do splitting of middle term, right? So these two terms you can find what is common. 4 is common and u is common. So out of 4u square we have taken 4u, only 1 u is left, and here 4 2s are 8, right? And u is already outside. So we only have two things, one is 4u and another is 2u plus 2, that we can call as factors. So quickly comparing them with 0, we will get alpha and beta. So that is u plus 2 equals to 0, u equals to 0 by 4. Finally you get u as 0. That is nothing but our alpha. Over here, take this plus 2 on this side, you get minus 2, and this is our beta, right? So let us go for simple addition and product, then we'll use zeros, right? Alpha plus beta, so that is 0 plus minus 2, that is equal to minus 2. Alpha into beta, 0 into minus 2, so that is 0. Now let us try to verify it by relation. Alpha plus beta equals to minus b by a. Here we have b as 8, minus b will be minus 8. A is 4, right? You can cancel by 4, 4 ones are 4, 4 into minus 2. So the answer of addition is minus 2. You can see it is already verified. Alpha plus into beta is c upon a. What is the value of c? You can see it is 0. A is 4 and 0 by 4 is 0. Hence the addition and subtraction, or addition and product, sorry, is verified. Next we have t square minus 15. Again only two terms, but that is a quadratic polynomial. Here we will use another shortcut, as we will use an identity to find out the factor. Which kind of identity we can use? You can see first term is perfect square, another term, even though it doesn't look like a perfect square, but if we take help of root, we can make this as perfect square. So we will use a square minus b square, and that is a plus b into a minus b. So converting this is very important. Questions like these can always come in the exam as they are confusing, right? Let us first of all decide what is a, b and c. A is 1, b, we don't have any term containing t, So B is 0 and C is minus 15. Right? Now converting the polynomial into perfect square. So t square is the perfect square of t and 15 is the perfect square of root 15. So I have converted this polynomial in terms of this so that we can easily find out the factors. So here we have t minus root 15, t plus root 15. Right? Now compare with 0, you will get t minus root 15 equals to 0, t equals to plus root 15. Over here we have t plus root 15 equals to 0, making this as t equals to minus root 15. Now this we got roots, we can call them alpha and beta. Now let us verify. So alpha plus beta is 15 plus minus root 15. So that makes it 0 as they are cancelling. Alpha into beta is minus root 15 into minus root 15. So that will make minus 15. Right? So this is a simple addition and product of the zeros. Now let us go for the relation part. So alpha plus beta equals to minus b by a, that is minus b. Here we have b as 0, so it is minus 0, nothing but 0. A is 1, so what is our final answer? 0. Alpha into beta is c by a. What is c? It is minus 15. And what is a? It is 1. So final answer is minus 15. You can say C that we have verified. So we can write hence verified. The last question of first part is 3x square minus x minus 4. So what is a? It is 3. What is b? Only minus is written, so it is minus 1. And c is minus 4. Let us start with the first step, that is factorization. Over here we have 3 into minus 4. So 3 into minus 4 is minus 12. And if you see carefully the question, the answer is in the question only. Right? We want minus 1. So we will do 3 into minus 4. Right? So 3 into minus 4 is minus 12. And 3 minus 4 is minus 1. So satisfying the condition, let us now start with the splitting of middle term. 3x square, instead of minus 1 we'll write plus 3x minus 4x minus 4. Knowingly I have written 3 first and then 4 so that we can adjust and taking common will be easy. So these two pair, taking 3x common, we have in the first term as x plus 1. Taking minus 4 common, we have in the bracket x plus 1. Remember, if we take minus common, so here plus will remain. Writing the common brackets first, x plus 1. Writing another things in the other bracket, we have 3x minus 4. Comparing it with zeros will give you the factors alpha and beta. X equals to minus 1, this is our alpha, and over here 3x equals to 4, minus 4 goes over this side, sign change, plus 4, x equals to 4 upon 3, this is our beta. Right? Now moving on to the next, let us add these. So it will be minus 1 upon, there is nothing, so let us write 1 plus 4 upon 3. Right? What we are doing? We are doing addition. So what will be the LCM of 1 and 3? It will be 3. We have to multiply this with 3. Right? So 3 into minus 1 minus 3 plus 4. Final answer we have got is 1 upon 3. Alpha into beta is minus 1 into 4 upon 3. So no cancellation, we'll write minus 4 into minus 1 as minus 4 upon 3. Now let us verify this with the relationship part. Alpha plus beta is minus b by a. What is minus b? Minus b is minus of minus 1. What is a? It is 3. Right? So minus of minus is plus 1 by 3. You can see they are verified. Last step, alpha into beta is c upon a. C is minus 4 and a is 3. You can see again we have verified. So we can write this as hence verified. So this is the end of question number 1. In this question we had 6 different polynomials where we found zeros of those polynomials by splitting the middle terms, and then we verified the relation of zeros and coefficients. In question number 2 we are doing find quadratic polynomial whose sum and product of zeros are given. So these numbers are nothing but the first one is sum of zeros and the next one is product of zeros. So I'll be writing this as alpha plus beta and it is alpha into beta, right? And for the hint part I have given what will be the polynomial apart from all the commons and every constant number written outside as k. Inside the bracket we only have to do x square minus in the coefficient of x will be the sum that is given, right? And at the end we will be writing the constant term as alpha into beta, that is also given. So we just have to put this information and simplify to get the polynomial, right? So k into x square minus alpha plus beta, so that is 1 by 4. So I am writing 1 upon 4x plus alpha into beta, so plus minus 1. So right now you see this is our answer, but this is not in the simpler form. Right now we have 4 in denominator, right? So what we have to do, we have to convert and take the denominator outside, right? So we will take LCM. Over here it is 1, over here it is 1. So what is the LCM of 1, 4 and 1? It is 4. So multiplying the first and the last term with 4 and 4, we will convert this into a simple polynomial. So k 4x square upon 4, I have taken this into a common, minus 1 into x, that is minus x, and minus 1 into 4, that is minus 4, right? Again there is only one thing remaining, that a simple polynomial don't have anything in the denominator. So let us take this 4 outside and consider that inside k as well, right? So the final answer will be the 4 goes outside, merges with k, becomes a constant. We don't care about that. We care about the inside polynomial, that is 4x square minus x minus 4. So this will be our final answer. The next question is alpha plus beta is root 2, alpha into beta is 1 by 3. So sum is root 2 and product is 1 by 3. So putting into this main equation, we will be writing as x square minus, what is alpha plus beta? It is root 2x plus alpha into beta, that is 1 by 3. Here we have got our answer, but still again as in the first term, first question, it was not in a simple form. So what we'll do, we'll put upon 1 and take LCM and then try to convert it into final answer. So below we have taken 3 as LCM. We will have to multiply each term with 3 to convert it into simple polynomial, right? So that will be 3 into x square minus 3 into root 2. So 3 root 2x plus 1. Take this 3 outside and merge it with k. So that will be giving us our final answer, 3x square minus 3 root 2x plus 1. So this is our final answer. Third question, alpha plus beta equals to 0, alpha into beta is root 5. So writing it in our equation, x square alpha plus beta into x plus alpha into beta. Our answer will be x square minus, what is alpha plus beta? 0. So x square minus 0x plus root 5. So our final equation is almost ready. Just if we can skip this middle term, we can also write it as x square plus root 5, right? Moving on to the next one, that is question number 4. Alpha plus beta is 1, alpha into beta is also 1. So k into x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha into beta. We'll just replace the values with 1 and 1. So it is x square minus 1 into x, that is minus x, plus 1 is the final answer. Moving on to the last two questions, we have alpha plus beta as minus 1 by 4, alpha into beta as 1 by 4. Here we have our original equation where we have to put the values. So let us start. Minus alpha plus beta, what is it? Minus 1 by 4. So minus 1 by 4 x plus alpha into beta is 1 by 4. So it is 1 by 4. So it is similar to the first question, just the difference is we'll have to put upon 1 over here and then we'll take LCM. So it is 4 as LCM, we'll have to multiply the first term with 4. So it will give 4x square minus x plus 1. Taking this 4 outside and considering that as constant, we will have the final equation as 4x square minus x plus 1. The last question, alpha plus beta is 4 given, alpha into beta is 1 given. Here we have our original equation. Just putting the values, it will be x square minus alpha plus beta is 4. So 4x plus alpha into beta is 1. So this is our final answer. So for the next topic and concept and exercises, stay tuned to this channel. We will quickly have our part 3 session. And let us meet in the part 3 session. Till then, you watch and re-watch the part 2 video and clear your concept and complete the exercise. Hope it is helpful. Stay safe.